Prince Harry and Meghan Markle make major decision about move back to the UK. Prince Harry has his sights set on finding a home back in Britain, but his plans have hit a snag, according to an insider. The Duke, 39, was said to be looking at properties in England which would serve as a base for his family when they travel back across the pond. But the hunt has been temporarily called off over increasing concerns about security. Harry really does want to spend more time in the UK but doesn't feel comfortable doing that until the security issues have been ironed out, a source told The Express. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. He and Meghan planned on looking for a part-time home near Windsor this year and hoped that the appeals process would be heard before the end of July so that they could properly start their search. However, the court process seems to be taking its time. Harry and Meghan were evicted from Frogmore Cottage in 2022, meaning they no longer have a residence in the UK. The couple were gifted the home's lease by the late Queen as a wedding present in 2018. But, after stepping down as senior working members of the family and moving to California just years later, the pair were asked to hand over the keys by King Charles. Since then, Harry has stayed in hotels when he does travel back to the UK. Harry experienced a major setback this year in his ongoing legal fight over police protection in the UK, after his initial appeal against a High Court ruling was dismissed. The Duke of Sussex lost his appeal against a decision made in February 2020 by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, (REVEC), to withdraw his publicly funded protection during his visits to the UK. The decision was based on a change in Harry's official status after he ceased being a full-time working member of the royal family, as explained to a judge. Retired High Court Judge Sir Peter Lane, however, dismissed Harry's claim that he had been singled out and treated less favourably by the decision, ruling that REVEC's approach was neither irrational nor procedurally unfair. In June, the prince was given the go-ahead to appeal. In a previous hearing, the court was presented with a written statement from Harry expressing his security concerns. "It was with great sadness for both of us that my wife and I felt forced to step back from this role and leave the country in 2020. The UK is my home. The UK is central to the heritage of my children and a place I want them to feel at home, as much as where they live at the moment in the United States. That cannot happen if it's not possible to keep them safe when they are on UK soil. I cannot put my wife in danger like that and, given my experiences in life, I am reluctant to unnecessarily put myself in harm's way too." But in April this year, Harry cut ties with Britain when he listed the US as his primary country of residence in official documents. He also appears to have backdated his official American residency to the day he was kicked out of Frogmore Cottage, in an apparent swipe at his father, King Charles, and brother William. The change of address was filed for his eco-firm Travelist. The date of change listed was June 29 last year, the date he was asked by the King to evict his Windsor home. Experts are starting to believe Prince Harry is attempting to hold his children back from seeing King Charles in order to cynically threaten the monarchy. News of this has been brought forward by royal commentator Tom Skies. He quoted a close pal of an old family friend of several generations of royals made this admission. According to the Daily Beast, they claim, Harry has lost his security case in court, and is now trying the emotional blackmail route to get what he wants instead, cynically using the threat of Archie and Lilibet never meeting their grandfather again as a tactic to coerce the king into overruling REVEC. The idea that the security forces are going to allow the Sussexes to be attacked by an acid-throwing or knife-wielding maniac on British soil is absurd, and Harry knows it, he also pointed out. Hence, using it as leverage, as a reason to withhold his kids from their grandfather, is beyond contempt. Before concluding, the pal also called for some grace since Charles is being treated for very serious cancer, so even if he could find the time, he cannot just fly to Los Angeles at the drop of a hat, like Harry can and actually did earlier this year in the other direction.